From the National Pulse, we have this headline: Kamala Harris is now making Joe Biden's head of state calls for him. This shouldn't surprise anybody. I give it about 2 more years, and then we will see President Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris will take over for Joe Biden. Remember, they have to get Joe Biden over the 2-year hump. If they get him to 2 years, then Kamala can take over the remainder of Biden's presidency, and she's eligible to run 2024 and in 2028. So the Democrats need to keep Joe Biden in office. They need to drag him over the finish line for at least 2 years. And then that makes Kamala Harris eligible not only to finish off the remainder of the Biden administration, but she's eligible to then run for another 2 terms. In other words, the Democrats can put her up for the presidency in 2024 and 2028. So she's already starting to take over the workload for Joe Biden. Joe Biden is not equipped to speak with heads of states. I don't think he has the stamina or the capabilities to deal with the demands of the job, especially on a foreign policy level. Saying that about Joe Biden, we go to Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris probably has more energy, but obviously she also doesn't have the capabilities to go head to head with some of the more heavy-hitting leaders of the world, i.e., say, a Xi Jinping or a Vladimir Putin or a Modi or these types of leaders that are very much larger-than-life types of leaders with a lot of experience, and they'll probably just completely smoke not only Biden, but they'll demolish Kamala Harris. But, I guess you have to go with Harris in this instance because she's probably able to stay up at night and speak with these guys. So here you have Kamala Harris assuming the role of president already. This comes just, 2 months into the Biden presidency, and Kamala Harris is already speaking with presidents, with foreign leaders and presidents of other countries. So the article from National Pulse says Vice President Kamala Harris has begun to take calls on behalf of President Joe Biden, raising questions about his ability to do the job of president. The White House published a readout yesterday entitled Readout of Vice President Kamala Harris's Call with President Emmanuel Macron of France. Incredible. I wonder if Macron is insulted by this because, speaking from a pure diplomacy level, the protocol always states that the president of one country should be speaking with the president of another. The prime minister of one country should be speaking with the president or the prime minister of another, in much the same way that, a secretary of state should always first be meeting with another secretary of state or a foreign minister of another country. The vice president of the United States should be speaking with the vice president of France or the second in charge of Russia or China, or wherever. That's usually the correct protocol during these types of diplomatic conversations. And even if you have, say, a diplomat like Kamala Harris, say she travels to France, Macron will see Kamala Harris, but she first has to go through, her equal, the person in the same position, the vice president or the second in charge of France in this instance. But for her to speak directly with the president of France does not only speak volumes about whether Biden can handle the job. He can't. It also is kind of an insult to French President Macron or any foreign leader. It really is an insult, and it does break diplomatic protocol. So this is very, very odd, and this is not a good look for the United States, not a good look at all. But the mainstream media, I'm sure they'll sugarcoat this and they'll protect Biden and Harris, as best they can. But strictly speaking, this is not proper. This is not the right way to do things. So anyway, the readout says this. It says Vice President Kamala Harris spoke today with President Emmanuel Macron of France and expressed her commitment to strengthening bilateral ties between the United States and France and to revitalizing the transatlantic alliance. Vice President Harris and President Macron agreed on the need for close bilateral and multilateral cooperation to address the COOF, climate change, and support democracy at home and around the world. They also discussed numerous regional challenges, including those in the Middle East and Africa, and the need to confront them together. The vice president thanked President Macron for his leadership on the issue of gender equality and for France's contribution to NASA's Mars 2020 Perseverance rover. The vice president thanked President Macron. That is insulting to France. That is a diplomatic insult. This just looks so bad for the United States. This really looks terrible. It is bizarre for a vice president to be making contact with key world leaders just 2 weeks into a new administration. Harris also recently spoke with Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. The president has still refused to call the Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu. So Kamala Harris has already spoken with Justin Trudeau as well. Not a good look. Not a good look at all. It's insulting to Canada. It's insulting to France. It really is. In 2020, Biden called himself a transition candidate, raising eyebrows about his commitment to the job and his ability to serve his full first term, let alone a potential two. He'll never make a two. He won't make a first term. Some have also noted how Harris may be setting up to lead the U.S. delegation at the G8 in June, especially if Biden is still busy playing Mario Kart, right? So while Harris was speaking to President Macron, the media was busy distracting everybody by playing up this story about Biden playing Mario Kart with his grandkids and stuff like that. Remember, guys, the media is going to do everything they can to drag Biden over the 2-year hump. They're going to do everything they can. They're going to distract you as much as they can, while it looks like Harris is going to be. They're going to be easing Harris into the president's chair. This is what this is. They're putting her in the role of president, and they're easing her into the job. And they're preparing the public slowly. They're going to prepare the public for President Harris in 2022. That's what I think is going to happen. Biden is. He's playing Mario Kart with his grandkids, and the media is going to play that up, and they're going to say what a great granddad he is, and what a great father, and what a great husband. They had all this stuff on Valentine's Day about him and Jill Biden, and what a great couple they are, and they're the couple of the century, like they did with Obama and Michelle Obama. The same tactics. And while they're doing all this, all these fluff pieces and distraction, they're going to be preparing Kamala Harris to take over. And here she is speaking not only with Macron, but she also spoke with Justin Trudeau. It's not right. It's not right. Not at all. This is not how the U.S. should be handling their diplomacy and their foreign policy. This is not how the most powerful country in the world, the leader of the world, should be handling their diplomacy and their foreign policy. This is just an absolute terrible look. It's amateurish, to say the least. Vice President thanked President Macron. I'm sure Macron was insulted by this. I'm sure Trudeau was insulted by this. They should be speaking with the president, but Biden's not up to it. Guys, let me know what you think. What do you think of this story? Let me know in the comment section down below. How do you see things playing out? Are we looking at a President Harris in 2022? Sooner or later? Tell me what you guys think. Go to the Duran shop, pick up some merch. Here you go. There's an 11-ounce Duran magic mug. Drink my coffee from this mug every morning. Also look for the Duran's videos, description box down below. Look for Alexander Mercouris' channel, description box down below. And what else? PayPal, Patreon, Subscribe, Start, and Bitcoin, because this channel has been completely demonetized. So your help really helps me out. Take care, everybody.